Hey, what's going on? My name is Robbie Crozier, founder and managing attorney of the Crozier Law Firm, and today we're going to learn how to file for your EIN, your employer identification number, that will help you open up your business bank account after your LLC has been accepted. So for this example, we're going to assume that we just got our LLC back. For our example, it'll be a Texas LLC. This will work for any LLC in any state. The EIN is through the IRS, so it's a national process. At the federal level, it doesn't matter what state you're in, it'll all work a similar way. So first step is go to your web browser, and you can go ahead and Google EIN application, search that. Um, Comes up sponsored. We'll click the unsponsored link here. Apply for an employer identification number, EIN online. So go ahead and click on that. It'll take you to this page. And from here, it'll tell you a little bit about the EIN application process. You can read all of this. When you're ready to start the process, you can click here, apply online now. Click OK, and you'll go ahead and begin the application. So in our example, we're an LLC. This right here asks you which kind of entity type you're applying for, if you're a sole proprietor, a corporation, partnership, an estate, a trust. In our example, again, we're an LLC, so we're going to click on Limited Liability Company, LLC, and click Continue. This will explain what an LLC is to confirm that we've chosen the right entity type. We have, so we're going to go ahead and hit Continue again. Next, it's going to ask us how many members are in the LLC. You probably named these members on your certificate of formation you filed to create your LLC. Members here, it's just owners. So however many owners are in your LLC, you'll put that number here. In our example, we will just choose one owner. We'll pretend that this is for a single member LLC that I've started. And then it's going to ask where the business is physically located. We're just going to choose Texas because that's where we are now. This imaginary LLC we've created, it's a single member LLC where I am the only member, and we formed it in Texas. So once you've got that, go ahead and continue again. It tells you again what a single member LLC is. It's nice. It gives you all these instructions so you know you're doing things the right way. Read through this, confirm like, yes, this is a single member LLC. I'm correct. We can go ahead and continue again. Okay. So now it's going to ask you why you're requesting an EIN in the first place. In most cases, if you're following along with what I'm doing, we just started a new business. So we're going to click started a new business and hit continue there. Okay, now it's going to ask you about the responsible party of the LLC. Generally, this is going to be one of the owners. In the case of a single owner, like in our hypothetical example, it's going to be you. This is your LLC, you're the responsible party. This just means that tax documents, communications from the IRS are going to go to you. So we're going to put in our information here. I'm going to blur this out so you can't see my social. But let's go ahead and fill this in because it will actually kick you back out if you don't use a real social here. And then we're going to choose I am one of the owners, members, or the managing member of this LLC because it is me who is forming it. Okay. Then it's going to ask where the LLC is physically located. You're just going to choose the office. Generally, this will be the same address as the initial mailing address you put in your certificate of formation to form your LLC. So in this case, we're just going to choose our law firm address here, put in address, a good phone number, and it asks you if you have a different address from the one above or you want your mail sent. If you do, if you have a PO box or something like that, you want your mail sent elsewhere, you can click yes and put that in, but otherwise, in most cases, it's going to be the same. It does not like our suite number here, so we're going to go ahead and delete. Oops. Yeah, that's another thing. I think it doesn't like, yeah, it doesn't like punctuation. So if for example, you've got a suite number, just either type out suite or STE, and then you can put your suite number um, in there in that box above, and you shouldn't get an error when you go back through. It'll verify it here and say, is this the address you wanted in this specific shorthand? You go ahead and click on accept database version. And then you're going to tell them a little bit about your LLC. It's going to want your legal name of the LLC exactly as it's spelled. So you're going to put that in there. In this case, we'll just use Robbie Crozier LLC, which we've used for other examples. And it's not going to want a comma after the LLC, even if your LLC has a comma before LLC in the actual certificate of formation that you filed. Leave that comma out here. It won't let you submit. So we've got to put Robbie Crozier LLC in there. If you have a DBA, you can put it in the second line. We don't. Robbie LLC will say is formed in Dallas, Texas, which we've got there. It'll autofill that based on the mailing address you put in the previous line. It's going to ask what state or territory it's formed in. It's going to be Texas if your LLC was formed in Texas. Generally, these are going to be the same. The state the LLC is located and the state where the articles of organization, or in Texas, the certificate of formation is formed in. So we've got Texas in both of those. And then it asks you for your LLC start date. This is the date that your LLC first came into existence. So if you don't remember, you can go back to the certificate of acceptance that the Secretary of State will send you once your LLC gets accepted, and look at what date that acceptance comes through. It's generally going to be backdated to the date of submission if it's accepted, but go ahead and check on that and make sure you know what that date is, and you'll put the month in here. Let's just say for our purposes, ours was formed in March of 2023. Hit continue there. Now it's going to ask you more about the LLC to see if you fit within certain categories where taxes are a little bit different. For our purposes, we're going to say that our business is a regular service-based business. Let's go ahead and say, let's say it's an e-commerce business. So we're going to say no to 55,000-pound vehicles, no to gambling and wagering, no to a Form 720, no alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and this one asks if you plan to hire any employees within the next 12 months. For the purpose of W-2s, we're going to go ahead and say no for our purposes. Hit continue there. And then it's going to ask us, all right, so what service category do you fall under? And in this case, again, we're going to go ahead and say our business is e-commerce. So we're going to go ahead and click. We don't see anything that falls under e-commerce right here. And then, oh, there we go, retail right there. That's the right category. So we'll click retail and hit continue. And then we're going to click on selling goods exclusively over the internet for our e-commerce store. Hit continue there, and you're done. So next you can click receive letter online, continue, and it will give you your brand new EIN. No fee required. This is an instant process. You don't ever really want to ask for it by mail when you can get it immediately in PDF form like this. And yeah, you just take the EIN that's on that PDF. That is essentially going to be the social security number for your business. Keep that in a safe place at all times. You're going to need it to open up your business bank account. With that, you have your new EIN.